Hello YouTube and welcome to another Cassandra tutorial. So in this video I'll show you some very important directories for Apache Cassandra. Are you ready? So let's get started. So in the previous video I'll show you how to install Cassandra on Ubuntu Linux, and in this video I'll show you the default directories for Cassandra. So the first directory, which is also very important directory, is the directory where you can find actually the configuration file. So if you want to take a look at the configuration file for Apache Cassandra, you go to /etc Cassandra. Okay, so if we do list actually here, so if we do a list, you can see the file called cassandra.yaml, which is the configuration file for Cassandra. So it's very important directories for Cassandra. Okay, so the next directory is the directory where the commit log is written. So if you go to your var directory lib, then Cassandra, you can find a directory called commitlog. Okay, so if I do a list here, you can see two different commit logs for actually my key spaces. So as you may know, data are written first into commit log, then to mem tables in memory, then when data is flashed they are written to disk. Okay, so in this directory you can find all the commit logs that actually helps Cassandra to recover data in case of failure or disk incident. Okay, so next is the directory where you can find your data. Okay, so if you go to your var lib Cassandra, then data, here you will find actually the directory for the different key spaces that you have. So for example, here I have animal key space and open flight key space. Okay, so if I go to any of these directories, I can find all the files, all the data files related to my key space. So for example, let's go to the animal key space. Okay, so if I do a list, you can find actually here the column family, which is called monkey. So if I go inside this column family, you will see that you can find all the files related to this column family, which is actually the equivalent of tables in relation database management systems. Okay, so here, as you can see here, I have a file called dash minus big minus data, which contains actually the data related to the column family for the key space animal key space. Okay, so it's also a very important directory where you can find all your data files, but just keep in mind that data is written to disk after it reaches a threshold or when data are flashed. Okay, next we can go to see a directory where you can find actually the logs for the Cassandra. So if you go to var log, then Cassandra, if I do a list here, you can see system.log, which actually log all the system notification for the Cassandra system and also debug log. Okay, so this is the log directory for Cassandra, and here I'm talking about the default directories. Okay, so of course you can change all that. So next we're gonna return actually to the etc directory and see the configuration file. So if I go to etc.cassandra, so as I told you before, you can find configuration file which called actually cassandra.yaml. So if you open this file here, so here I open it using actually Sublime Text, you can find all these directories that I have given, and of course you can change them. So for example, here you can see the data file directories which resides in var/lib cassandra/data. So if you want to change actually the path to this directory, you can do it here in the cassandra.yaml file. Okay. Also, you can find commitlog directory, so the path for it. So you can also change it. You can do search by directory, so you can find all the most important directories. Okay. So here, for example, the saved caches directory also, which reside in var/lib cassandra saved caches. Okay. So all these directories are very important for Cassandra to function. So you can keep the default directory, or you can change it to suit your needs. So you have the choice to do whatever you want with these directories. For example, here you can see the directory for hints, which reside in var/lib cassandra/hits or hints. Okay, so that was just a brief introduction of the default Cassandra directories under Ubuntu Linux. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.